So if I felt like someone was overly salesy and selling all the time, I tried not to be. I tried to dumb down myself and tried to be the opposite of what they were, which kept me from my business goals. So, today we had a pretty cool day. We woke up, we went to, well, wait. We woke up, I went to the gym, I worked out, I had an amazing workout, and then I came home, I showered. I use the gym in my building because I like it. I like our gym. Do you like our gym? I like it.
It's alright.
It's alright. I love it. I love it.
It's enough for her.
He doesn't like it because it doesn't have weights and stuff like that, but whatever. Anyway, came back from the gym, showered, and then we went to have breakfast and do our morning meeting. So we did an on-the-go morning meeting this morning, but it was pretty productive because we got a few things done. We had some titling to do with some YouTube videos, so we got that done. And then we went to handle some financials, right? Get some bank stuff done, which I just am so used to online. It's just a hassle to go in person to the bank, but we had a few things to get done for the business, so we went to get that done.
Go in person anywhere, actually.
Yeah,
so,
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm at the park. What are you saying?
Yeah.
I'm at the park.
Not willingly.
Anyway, and then after that, we went to get some pressed juices. You guys know I love my pressed juice from Pressed Juicery. I just think Press should sponsor me by now because Lord knows I give them lots of juice money. And then we got home and we decided to walk to the park. So we walked to the park and here we are, guys. Oh my gosh. So exciting.
So excited.
But today I want to talk about something that's really, really touchy. This morning I saw a quote on Instagram and I really loved it because I felt so much, there was so much in there that I could have spoken to. And I was like, you know what? We're going to talk about this today. So it says, hard to hear, but true. Sometimes what annoys us most about others is what we need to work on the most. Right? Think about that. Meaning, or how I perceive this, and this is by Radhi, R-A-D-H-I. I don't know who that is specifically, but, oh wait, this is Jay Shetty's wife. Okay, Jay Shetty's wife. I didn't know her name.
Okay.
I thought that was so powerful. Hard to hear, but so true. A lot of times, what annoys us about other people is what we need to work on the most, right? So sometimes you might see someone else doing what you want to do and you end up hating on that person because they're accomplishing what you want to accomplish, right? And that's something that happens so often in the online business space. Sometimes for me, I connected it to sales, right? So sometimes we see other people selling and we feel like they're salesy, but it's because we can't sell or we're insecure about selling. What do you think about that?
Maybe it's because we are low-key jealous that they're doing the thing that we want to do.
Yes.
Or they're doing it how we think we should do it.
Yes.
And, you know, they've seemed to get to the next level that we want to be at.
Yes.
And we don't know how to specifically connect the dots to get to that, you know, that area.
Yes, I agree. I know for me, in my journey, in my online business journey, one thing that made me do was overcomplicate things. So if I felt like someone was overly salesy and selling all the time, I tried not to be. I tried to dumb down myself and tried to be the opposite of what they were, which kept me from my business goals. Does that make sense? That to me is something that I did at the beginning of my journey because I was so insecure selling. I would look at people and be like, wow, like they're so confident in selling. And I would be like, I wouldn't look at it as confidence, actually. I looked at it as, they're just really salesy. And we run a business. You're supposed to be selling, right? So now I can look at it that way. And that also helped me become confident in sales, knowing that I am running a business, right? And I mean, that was a whole journey. That was a full-on journey. And one of the things that really helped me to get over that was, of course, getting on camera, nurturing my audience, being transparent, showing my work process, teaching. But it also made me overteach a lot because I thought I had to be teaching all the things or sharing all the things in order to make the sale, when that's not necessarily true. You should be teaching specific things or walking people through specific things. And of course, I have my free workshop down below in the description. You want to make sure and take that, because it's going to tell you exactly what you should be teaching or the content that you should be creating to nurture your audience, so that you're not over creating content or creating content about all the wrong things, right? But I'm just being transparent with you guys. That's one thing that I thought I had to give away everything for free or teach 4-hour workshops or, all of that for the sale. And as much as I love to serve, I have to live as well. So if you're looking to start an online business, definitely think about that. As much as you love to serve, you got to run your business as well. And it just reminds me of a thread that I saw some time ago online about someone talking about somebody else's workshop and talking about the fact that the person gave a quick intro. They taught what they needed to teach, like 5 minutes of value or 5 minutes of whatever it was, and then the rest was a sales pitch. And the person was really mad that they were being pitched, because guess what? The truth is, we don't like being sold to. Do you like being sold to, Rio?
No. Yeah, I kind of realized. I didn't realize it until I was involved in sales.
Right.
That
eye-opening.
The thing is, even if it's something that somebody needs,
yeah.
like if you're selling, you're looking for indicators that prove to you that this person needs said product, whatever the case may be. Even if it's something that they need, you see that they need it.
Yeah.
Because you're selling it to them, or you're coming off as if you're selling this thing to them. They don't want to be sold something, even though it's something that they need.
Exactly. And that happens to us so many times. We don't like to be sold to, but we love to buy. Right? So we don't like to be sold to. And so I guess what happened to that person that shared that statement about the workshop they attended, they didn't feel comfortable being sold to. And what I saw them do was exactly what I used to do. Start, over teaching or oversharing or, but what if what that person taught, that 2 minutes of value that they taught in that workshop, was transformative for a specific person? Because somebody else got the 2 minutes of value, they got the sales pitch, they got the product, and they unlocked their problem, or they got their problem solved, right? So it's really important also for us to know that everything ain't for everybody. Not everybody's gonna like you, not everybody's gonna like your style of teaching, not everybody's gonna like your style of business, not everybody's gonna want your service. And I think that's really, really, really important as well. Not trying to cater to everybody, but understanding your own customer and how they buy, and what their needs are and how you're able to solve those needs and all of that stuff. But it is true, a lot of times when we are uncomfortable with something someone else is doing, it's really because we're uncomfortable with ourselves. A great example of that for me is the trolls online. Like, you'll see people on, like, the people that will tell you the most hurtful things on Instagram. They don't have no profile picture.
Yeah, they got the least going on.
They got the least going on. Nobody that's doing more than you is going to be hating on you, right? So it's like they got the least going on. Even like pages. Like, when you see people saying bad things, the people usually, first of all, they be having "I love Jesus" in their bio.
Oh.
How? Right? So
if they love Jesus, they don't love you.
Well, that's true. That is true. That is true. But I mean, like, come on. Like, those are usually people that probably are looking at you, wishing they could do what you're doing, not willing to put in the work, and do the things that you're doing. And so they're seeing a version of themselves that they think is impossible within you. So this is what I want you to do, you know, at the end of this, because I started thinking I want to give you all actionable things to do, because that's who I am. I want you to write down a few things that make you uncomfortable with people that you're seeing in the online space in your industry, right? Write those things down, and be aware of it, and start wondering, am I hating? Am I really hating, or is it that I really just don't vibe with this person, or I don't like this person, or is it, check yourself?
I would even say a step further, and like not even ask yourself why I'm hating, but ask yourself what's the problem I have with this? Like,
yeah, because it could be a legit problem.
What's my problem with this? And if you can't come up with a justifiable answer as to
you hating,
why I don't like this, or then you're like, all right, maybe
I gotta check myself.
Maybe I feel some type of way.
Yeah. Because then I think I know what happens is, for example, T. Harv Eker, one of my favorite authors of The Millionaire Mindset, and I'll drop that book down below. That book is one of the books that I revisit every single year, right? And he talks about your money blueprint. And he also says, if you hate other millionaires, guess what? You ain't gonna be.
You're never gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you hating on those people, right? Because we think rich people are bad, wealthy people are evil, they don't like people, all these things, right? All these, money is evil, all these things. If you keep thinking like that, yes. So you have to unlock all of those things within yourself. You see how these birds be doing? If you feel that way, you're never gonna attract the things you're blocking your blessings, basically. You're putting up a whole block. I remember, do you care if I tell this story?
I don't know what story you're about to tell.
I'm about to tell a story.
Okay.
Do you care? Like,
no.
Okay. I remember years ago, we went to a wedding, right? I'm kind of...
Oh, this story.
Yes, this story.
That's cool.
We went to a wedding in New York City. It was an amazing wedding. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And so I had already started changing my mindset and all that stuff about money and all those things, right? And we were in different parts of, me and this guy, the guy behind the camera. We were in different parts of our money journey, and so we were at these people's home, and the home was freaking huge.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And honestly, they were probably like 2 years older than us or 3 years older than us at that time, right? So we were probably in our 20s, like late 20s, and they were probably like our age right now.
Yeah.
And so we got there, and this guy was upset all day, and I couldn't understand why, because it was such a beautiful day. We were in a beautiful space. The food was amazing. Mm-hmm. The people around us were happy. Everybody was dancing. Like, it was just so much fun. And he was just so upset. Why were you upset?
I was hating.
He was hating.
Nah, this is what it was, right?
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna keep it real.
Okay, can we turn the camera to you?
No.
Okay, do your hands. Do your hands.
Alright, so basically, it was more or less like, I was a police officer at the time.
Right.
And like, I know how much I work. Like, at the time, how much I was working. I was working at least, 10 to 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
5 days a week sometimes,
yes.
6 to 7, depends on, what was going on in the city at the time. So like, I knew I had to do all of that, and I knew it amounted to X amount of dollars, which in my
frame of mind then.
Yeah, in my frame of mind then, you feel like it's never enough. It wasn't enough for me, like, for what I had to, like,
endure for your
what I had to do for that money.
Yeah.
I felt I was working my ass off, and it was never enough. Like, the time just didn't equal the money to me.
Yeah.
And then there I go to this big old house, and let's say it was a house in the Hamptons.
Yes. Yeah.
And these guys, they had acres upon acres of land. I'm looking down at a lake, and it's like, oh yeah, that's still our property over there. I'm
yes.
Like, how is this possible?
There's deer running around.
And then, like, you told me how old they were.
Yes, not much older
So
than
then
us.
I more or less, like, it wasn't that I was hating on them. It was more or less like,
it wasn't like a mirror of yourself, like,
yeah, well, not even like,
maybe upset about where you were.
Yeah, right. So it was for me. It made me think about, like, I did all the right things.
Yes.
I went to school, like, you know.
You got your degree.
I
did all the things.
I got my degree. did that. And I never got locked up. I stayed on the straight line.
You were well behaved.
And I was told that once you do all those things, you're supposed to get what you want.
Yeah.
And I wasn't at a place where I had what I wanted.
Yeah.
So I was upset. Like, what did I do wrong that these guys did right? So, and I couldn't figure it out. So that's more or less what got me upset. Not necessarily them and, you know, but like more or less like me, what did I do wrong to end up here, and what did they do right
to end up there? Yes.
So,
but this is crazy. I'm so happy we spoke about this, because this is the first time I'm understanding why he felt that way. And I can understand that. But in the moment of it all, it came out as you were just hating, like upset, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I just kind of just wanted to go home.
Yeah, he just wanted to leave. And I'm like, you know, this is, for me, I was already on my mindset shift journey of wealth and all these things, and, you know, how much I wanted to grow, and, you know, running my own business and all of those things. I was already on that path and listening to things where I knew I couldn't hate what I wanted.
Right. Oh,
basically.
my bad.
Yeah, it's okay. So I knew I couldn't hate what I wanted, so I was a little further along, and I just couldn't understand why he was so upset.
Yeah.
And so that's just a bit of a story to come back to what we were saying before. Like, sometimes what you hate about people, or you know, what someone else is doing, or you need to sometimes, like, shine a mirror back to yourself and figure out, well, you know, why is this making me feel this way?
Yeah.
What is making me feel uncomfortable? And just before we leave, I want to really say that, man, your time is your time. And your time won't be before your time or after your time. So your time for what you want will happen, right? But it's about being self-aware and being able to have conversations like these and realize, okay, I see what was going wrong, and I can see how I'm blocking everything that I'm supposed to get. Or I see how, you know, I'm really fighting to be right, but I'm fighting in the wrong direction. This energy could be put elsewhere towards getting what I want.
Yeah.
You know, so just I wanted to share that, because I thought it was so important. So for you watching, if you have been feeling, you know, envious or jealous, or check yourself. And don't get me wrong, like Rio said, sometimes you'll check yourself and you realize, hey, I just genuinely don't like this person, or I don't like, and that's fine too. But just make sure it's nothing internal that you have to unblock and work on. I've been there. And so he just shared an amazing story, and I just hope it's helpful for somebody.
Indeed.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We did it! All right, guys. Like and subscribe. Let us know, you know, if you've been feeling this way. Don't be ashamed or afraid. This is a safe space. We're sharing. We're being transparent. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.